Hey everyone, in today's lesson, Super Dad will discuss the importance of using the pull buoy in drills to help develop an effective core and body rotation that doesn't slow you down. Some of the main points include proper swim body posture for better posterior pelvic tilt, which leads to a more streamlined swim, and using rolling to increase your reach and to avoid shoulder injury. That is Super Dad swimming in the background. My name's Aaron and I'll be your interpreter.
ウェロー水泳人口ヤッホースーパーお父さんです。
Hey fellow swimmers, welcome to Swimming for Health. Super Dad here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Let's dive into today's lesson. Today we're going to do a live commentary edition on the pull buoy and how it can be used in drills when it's placed in between one's legs in your freestyle. I thought it would be a great opportunity to look at the footage in slow motion to speak a little bit more clearly about some of the main finer points of freestyle. For me personally, when I'm teaching adults, I like to get them practicing and using the pull buoy as soon as possible with the pull buoy in between their legs. Adults will generally have an aversion and will try to avoid using the pull buoy because it does feel uncomfortable. However, the faster that you can grasp this skill, get used to using the pull buoy, I believe you can get leaps and bounds in your freestyle ability. Other than kicking exercises, I do a lot of rolling exercises as well with the use of this pull buoy, which I'll go into today. The reason I get adults to start swimming with the pull buoy as soon as possible is not using the legs gives the individual the feeling and the knowledge that they are really swimming and gliding through the water through the strength of their arms and through their freestyle strokes. It is a great tool to develop confidence. Before the actual lesson itself starts, I also thought I'd take the opportunity to just say a massive thank you to all the people out there watching. We greatly appreciate all of the fans of Swimming for Health and the people that are supporting us. Leave a comment below, let us know what you found useful in today's lesson, and tell us about your journey swimming. We'll start today with the out-of-pool view of the pull buoy drill freestyle. Using your pull buoy can be useful for a number of reasons. But I guess rather than going through the benefits, it's better to talk about what you should be focusing on as you go through, because one of the main skills and abilities that you can develop through your pull buoy freestyle is a better sense of your body's location in the water and your ability to control your roll using your torso rather than using your arms and legs, your ability to balance. This is relevant for both your freestyle and backstroke. When using your legs, you deceive your body into thinking that you're balancing quite well through the water. However, that's not the case. This drill teaches you to stop depending on your legs and to control your balance with your core. The main tool that you should be using to balance through the water is your rolling, your body rotation. When I say rolling, I'm not referring to sort of a movement or pivot at the hips. I'm talking about using your spine as an axis, your entire spine, keeping your upper body and lower body in line, and then your body will face to the right and then will face to the left. Bear with me as I try to explain this, but through the use of your kicks and overuse of your kicks, your body loses the chance and the opportunity and the ability to balance itself as it moves through the water with the trunk of your body, with your torso. Your body's constantly trying to balance itself with the arms and the legs rather than just the torso specifically. If you don't develop that skill and that ability through just the torso, you're going to be dependent on the arms and legs. If you're balancing the body with the arms and legs, it means that you're not using the whole stroke and the whole kick to move forward. You're trying to compensate and balance as you move through the water. As an example, if you're swimming with 100%, 40% of your stroke and of your kick, 40% is going to be used towards balance, which means that remaining 60% is there to help you actually move through the water, right? If you're to compare this to a person that's able to swim 100% in terms of 100% strength with the arms and legs because they're balancing through the torso, you're limited to a maximum of 60%, whereas they're, at 100%. This is currently in slow motion. However, what your goal should be is no matter how slowly you're moving, no matter how slow your stroke is and how slow the return is, that you should be maintaining your balance through the rolling. I'll never tell you have to use that torso rotation. However, I do suggest it. If you are using your rolling, however, you're going to largely reduce the stress and strain that you've got on your shoulders. So I really do recommend this to adults specifically. And by using rolling, you're able to increase your arm span. We've talked about this in one of the previous videos. I'll leave a link to it. But by stretching, by rolling, you're able to increase your stretch, your arm span, your reach to further than you would have been otherwise, which means that you've got an increased catch. You're catching more water because you're reaching further, which helps you to propel further through the water. You may also notice now, check out the lower back and also abs. You are able to see the pull buoy there, which means that your entire body is rotating, not just the shoulders. If you jump in the pool and give it a try, you'll figure it out quite quickly. But if you've got the pull buoy in between your legs, you're rolling. If you're to try rolling only with your upper body without rotating your pelvis backwards and forwards, you will realize it is impossible. Through most of my teaching, what I've found, on the most part, the individuals that are struggling with rolling and rotating are failing to rotate their pelvis as they swim. There's a few things to be mindful of when you are doing your core rotation, and one of the main ones is just to have a proper swim body posture. One of the main things within that proper swim body posture is to have good posterior pelvic tilt, making sure that you're sort of thrusting the pelvis forward, straightening out your back, straightening out the lower back rather than bending it backwards. It's a big part of proper swim body posture, so we will do a specific video on your posterior pelvic tilt. Stay tuned. However, by using and having a bit of a play with your posterior pelvic tilt while swimming, the posterior pelvic tilt is going to prevent your body from shaking along the axis as you're swimming through the water. In the event that you've gone to all the effort, you're doing amazing, you're rolling all the way down to your pelvis. If your back is tilted in like a banana sort of shape, as you're rolling through the water, the banana is going to sort of pivot from side to side. Imagine rolling a banana in the water compared to rolling a pencil in the water. That banana shape's going to cause extra friction, which is just going to slow you down. Basically, your homework's going to be having a bit of a play with that posterior pelvic tilt to try to find the right amount that's going to suit your rolling and your body rotation while you're having a swim. If you're going to swim without using much body rotation, the posterior pelvic tilt is not so important. It is useful, but it's not the end of the world. Your body's not going to shake side to side, create that excess friction, but you are exposed to the greater chance of shoulder injury. However, if you are going to do that body rotation, having your pelvis tucked in that forward position is incredibly important. There's so many benefits to using your rolling in terms of you're able to swim sort of slower and able to control it and swim further and longer. It's easier on your shoulders. Your arm spans increase so you're able to catch more water. There's plenty of positives. It's definitely something to try to get a hold of. The main point to maintaining that body rotation is having that posterior pelvic tilt. In my personal opinion, although some people may try to avoid that body rotation or rolling while swimming, it's harder to master your body rotation with kicks, in my personal opinion, than it is to master the body rotation while using the pull buoy in between your legs. I know that some people just want to get straight into the pool, learn to swim, and be able to swim sort of as quickly as possible, as fast as possible. Regardless, I really would recommend for anyone just jumping straight into the pool now to start practicing with the pull buoy as soon as possible. It is going to take a little while to master. However, mastering use of the pull buoy isn't necessarily the goal. The goal should be just to get used to the pull buoy, being able to swim with the pull buoy while you're in the water. Once you've gotten the hang of it, you're going to see some incredible jumps in terms of your skill in the swimming pool for your freestyle and backstroke. I had a student come and have a personal training session with me tonight. This student had been, for quite a while, had just been advising that they'd really been having problems swimming for quite some time. I recommended that it might be worthwhile giving the pull buoy a try. Now, this individual's tried using the pull buoy before the time with me. They'd struggled quite a bit, and he said, look, I hate it. I really don't like using the pull buoy. At the time, I sort of made a bit of a prediction from some of my other students that have advised you might struggle tremendously with the pull buoy at the start. However, over time, you can really make some great advances. That was my prediction. 1 week later, the individual's been using the pull buoy every day, and he actually came back to me today in our session and advised, look, I use the pull buoy, I've fallen in love with it. It's almost easier to swim now than it was before. So the struggle and the strain of trying to do all that swimming was really, really worth it. So what I'd really recommend is almost get obsessed with the pull buoy. The quicker that you can get onto it, the quicker that you can enjoy it and start to really swim and feel comfortable with the pull buoy, you're going to feel some amazing advances in your swimming. And although it may be uncomfortable at first, it really, really is worth it and beneficial. Please give it a try. With that brings us to the end of our lesson. Today we've talked about using that pull buoy and practicing our freestyle swimming. So my advice for today, jump in the pool, get your pull buoy, give it a try, leave us a comment, let us know how you go.
Bye bye.
See you next time.